Jerry Brown here with Jerry Brown Travels.
And Laura here.
Hey, we're in Guanajuato, Mexico, and we're excited because we're checking out the area. We're looking for expats that live in Mexico, and we have met this fantastic couple here that are traveling through Mexico. And hey, let's invite them in. This is Jim and Mai, and
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice seeing you again.
Another
Another
group hug. This is what we do in Mexico.
Yeah.
It's so friendly here. So we have some questions here to ask about living in Mexico, how a young couple like this are able to travel in Mexico at their age, and they also are video creators, and they have a fantastic YouTube channel about learning Spanish. What's the name of your YouTube channel?
Spanish and Go.
Spanish and Go. But in this video, what we want to talk about is how they live here, their expenses and stuff like that. Getting back to their YouTube channel, we did make another video about that, and that's going to give more details on what their program is and how you can use the system that they have created. It's a very fantastic, easy system of Spanish. But right now, I want to interview and ask questions about living in Mexico. So how long have you guys been, traveling and living in Mexico?
Well, I was born here in Mexico, so I'm 29 now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but we go back and forth between here and the States.
Okay.
Yeah, so for about the last 8 years, we've been going back and forth. We're still going through immigration for Mai in the States, but about half the year we're here in Mexico.
Okay. So now you're traveling here. They're digital nomads, and what a digital nomad is that they can actually travel around, and if they have an internet connection, and they can make videos and stuff like that. And that's very important. In other words, how do they make a living? How are they able to do that at such a young age? Our viewers out there who want to retire and would like maybe some background information, how do you guys do that?
Sure.
Well, we started with saving everything we could.
Okay.
Just like every penny we were making, we would put it away for our travels, and we did that for like a year and a half. And from there, that's how we started.
Yeah, to kind of save up to be able to start the business, we obviously needed some funds for that.
Yeah.
And so we saved, I owned a recording studio in Rochester, Minnesota, where I did all kinds of recording, video and audio, different projects like that. But now we make an income from YouTube, advertisements, and we're also working on a course, Travel Spanish Confidence, to get people prepared to come to a Spanish-speaking country, not just Mexico, and be able to travel comfortably.
Okay. So you've created a lifestyle that you have here by using the internet.
Yes.
And the tools of the internet. And now, the other thing that our viewers are always interested in, I don't care what age you are and stuff like that, what does it cost? What does it cost to live in Mexico? We give numbers of what it costs for Lori and I, but what about you guys? What is it, for monthly expenses, rent, food, different things like that?
Well, here in Guanajuato, we're paying about $450 a month for rent.
Okay.
And we spend around $30 to $40 for groceries a week.
A week?
Uh-huh.
A week? I was going to think they were going to say a day.
No, a week.
A week?
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow.
Lori, what do we spend for food a month?
Oh my God. I not even want to say that.
Tell them.
How much do we spend? 1,800?
No, not dollars. We spend usually about $250 a month when we eat out at restaurants, which we do, and another $250 for food that we eat at home. So our normal budget is about $500, and you guys are down to like 120.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
We need
We don't eat out that much.
Okay.
I feel like I like to cook, so we cook a lot at
Okay,
home.
okay.
So that saves a little bit of money.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
Well, I used to do that, but right now, we have a lot of friends, so we go out more than we usually go. That's why our budget has come up high.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, we're not the cheapest people to follow. But so then, if you were to throw everything in, let's say like buses and transportation, and just, you know, as you've been traveling around, you know, what would you, on a monthly basis, what would you guesstimate? I know you can't give a hard number for that.
Yeah, I'd say probably around $650 a month.
$650
like that.
a month, okay. So now people say you can't live in Mexico on that amount of money, but here they're proving it. I always like to let people know that there's choices out there.
Yes.
There's always, you know what I mean, different levels of the way to live and stuff like that. So it sounds to me like by keeping your overhead down, especially, you know, being digital nomads, keeping your overhead down, and then your income coming in, you definitely can be traveling and making a profit and paying for everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's a, you know, an idea for you guys out there. The thing though, which you have to find is you have to find that niche. You have to find that thing that people want to, maybe a YouTube channel. And to be honest with you, we don't make, YouTube is a very small amount that you make, you know what I mean? You're not going to get rich trying to create a YouTube channel and expecting to make $2,000 a month unless you have a huge following.
Yeah. But a lot of our friends are digital nomads too, and some of them don't even have YouTube channels. They run a blog, and on their blog they have advertisements, or maybe they offer some sort of course about how to blog, that sort of thing.
Right,
so
right.
There's lots of ways to make money online.
Yeah. Now, because you guys have traveled through Mexico and stuff like that, and you live here, or your family lives here now, do you find it safe in Mexico? Are our audience out there, are they going to feel intimidated? Are they going to feel, you know what I mean, afraid to live in the interior part of Mexico? What's your experience?
Super safe. I mean, yeah, some places here in Mexico are even safer than cities in the US. So, yeah.
Right,
I
and
think
being
I
from the
agree,
U.S.,
yeah.
I can say Mexico is safe. I've never been afraid being in Mexico. Just use your common sense, and everything's great. I mean, it's such a beautiful country with so much to see and so much to do. You really got to check it out if you haven't already.
Yeah. So
And common sense is important.
Common sense,
because sometimes you want to go out at night, and that's probably not a good idea if you're in in the bad side of town. Leave those moments of going out for the morning when there's daylight, and if you really want to go outside, maybe go out with friends. Don't go out alone.
Yeah.
And don't have too much money on you, because that's gonna make you a target. If you're flashing like nice watch and stuff like that, you have to dress like the locals and try to behave like the locals too.
Yeah. That's excellent advice. Yeah, definitely, 100%. That's good.
Okay.
What do you think, Lori?
Well, I think it's true what Mike say.
That's been our experience too. You know, you see, Jimmy's not wearing his gold all Rolex watch.
Yeah, I didn't bring it today.
A brief recap of what I think we've posted here is we figured out it's safe traveling in Mexico. Also, you can make a living as you're traveling through Mexico by being, say, a digital nomad and working off of the internet. It's a fun place to live. You meet a lot of interesting people, that's for sure. And in my particular case, we feel it's safe here, and I don't really speak
Spanish.
I don't. I speak a few words, but not much enough.
We're going to change that. We're going to help Jerry out.
So, now, if you feel you're receiving value from this little video here, please subscribe. Actually, you can be able to subscribe to both of our channels, and we would appreciate that, wouldn't we?
Absolutely.
Absolutely, yeah.
Well, this has been Jerry Brown.
And Lori here.
And Mike and Jim from Spanish and Go.
And we're happy to provide you this information, and we want to give you an encouragement to live your dream, as a young couple here is doing and showing you, and to seize the joy of life, and don't be afraid to just step out and challenge yourself, because it is possible. And this is a great example of a young couple that are doing it, and we really get a lot of, we get encouragement from them also. Thank you.
All right. Thanks for having us. Nice to meet you too.
Nice to meet you too.
Thanks, Jerry. Oh, here we go again.
Okay.
Bye.
Now I'm being playful in this little clip, asking you to subscribe. Now remember, I'm just fooling
By
around.
subscribing to Jerry Brown's Travel, what you're going to receive every week a free video, and in that video, what you're going to find is all this information about how your life will turn into prosperity and wealth. All you need to do is follow this program. It is lying out here. In the future, you're going to see the benefit of this whole principle of retiring and living a good life that other places you cannot get. But here, by Jerry Brown's Travel, we're going to show you a freedom that you've never had before, a freedom of